Hello everyone and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. A cold and gloomy Wednesday evening as I am doing this. I have the Pulp Fiction, no, not the Pulp Fiction, the Pulp Tarot on the tarot table. For this reading, we're going to do a little 5-card reading just to warm ourselves up today. And we're going to look at the fact that common decency seems to have prevailed for once, because according to Jack Royston in Newsweek, the Kate hate has backfired and the conspiracy theorists have lost America. Now, this is quite startling coming from Jack Royston, who is a famous apologist for the Harkles, seems to be deep in their pockets, or they deep in his, not sure which way round. But Jack Royston tells us that nearly 2/3 of American adults think that celebrities should apologize for joking about Kate, and I use the word he uses, being missing. Most think there is no need for her to release any more information about her health condition, and very few think she handled the situation badly. Thank goodness and hurrah, a little bit of good news finally. As I say, common decency prevailing, common humanity prevailing as well against all those bots and all that hate and all those vicious rumors. And also news along a similar line is the latest YouGov poll, which tells us that Catherine is now the most popular royal, closely followed by Prince William, who is languishing at the bottom, the duplicitous duo from Montecito, along with Uncle Andy. So, as I say, a little bit of good news, a little bit of something to cheer us up, and hopefully it cheers the Princess of Wales up as well as she goes through her cancer treatment and she recovers out of sight from all of us. So as I say, little 5-card reading. I want to know how this news went down in Montecito, really. How Meghan feels about Catherine right now, any remorse, any regret, how she feels about Catherine's increased popularity and the fact that instead of being mortally wounded by all these rumours, these scurrilous rumours, she in fact has become more popular and more revered. And so on and so on. Will there be any kind of clapback? Also, we want to know today, just because I'm in the mood for a little bit of a snarky reading like this. I think the cards have spoken. We're going to have one more shuffle. We're going to remind you as I do this that this is just tarot, and it really is for fun and entertainment. It is all my opinion. It is all speculation. Just read energy and disclaimer in the box below. 5-card reading, Pulp Tarot. That's trashy tarot deck. I do have quite a collection of trashy tarot decks now, which I never thought I would have. And I can see people get quite startled when they come into the room where the tarot decks live and see them all. There she is, the Queen of Wands. Meghan herself has shown up as the underlying energy. That's the drama queen, the attention-seeking queen. Very fiery, very dramatic, very, on a good day, very inspirational, very sexy, very charismatic. Is it a good day? I don't think when this news came out it was a good day. Let's see the situation we are dealing with. We are dealing with the 8 of Pentacles. That's an interesting card because it's something that hasn't worked out. It's something that has maybe cost a lot of money, or cost even, for some reason I'm being prompted to say this, a lot of followers. Something that didn't work. Ace of Pentacles, upright work, mastery, effort put in, applying yourself to a situation. In reverse, being quite lazy and contemptuous and idle. Perhaps also setting other people to work on your behalf. Interesting thought that. And instead of earning money, upright Ace of Pentacles, earning money for your endeavors, costing money, losing followers, making other people do the work for you. So how does Megan feel about Catherine right now? Oh, wow. I could sense when I decided to do this reading, and it surprised me that I decided to do this reading, that there was something lurking in the energy field. This was a real shock. This was so unexpected, such a catastrophe. She thought that the catastrophe would be for William and Catherine. I truly believe when I see that card that she thought in her delusion, because this is my opinion of her, and I do think that she is very seriously deluded. She thought, I truly believe, that they were getting divorced, William and Catherine, that the marriage was in terrible trouble, that William truly has done atrocious things, as was rumoured, and she believed it. And that's such a weird thing to say, because it's hard to wrap my head around this notion that someone can be that deluded, that willing to believe such terrible things about a brother and sister-in-law. Crazy, absolutely crazy. And especially when their situation had been announced and it was pretty clear she did have a serious medical concern and she was in hospital and the king was visiting in hospital, and the royal reporters had said, some of them had said, we've seen William visiting, we're not allowed to say anything, but you know, we have seen him. Shock, unbelievable shock. How did this happen to Megan? Should have happened to Catherine, but we'll check on that. So that's how Megan feels about Catherine right now. Can't believe what has happened. And the next question really is, how does she feel about Catherine's emerging popularity? Not that she was ever unpopular, but it's increased popularity. The fact that she's come through this looking better than when she went into it. How does Megan feel about that? It's Four of Pentacles in reverse, very destabilizing for Megan. It's made Megan go out of control, because it is the card of control, the Four of Pentacles, hanging on to things grimly, hanging on to your status and your money and your self-worth and all of those things, your position. And it's been destabilized because the card is in reverse. It's such a shock to her. It's rocked her whole world. It tells me this. Tower and Four of Pentacles in reverse. This has been a massive psychic shock to her. And we, of course, in that time of psychic shocks, because we've just been through the eclipse pairing, a very intense time, very emotional time. Quite disturbing. If you're tapped into energy, I felt quite disturbed through it. I'm still feeling a little bit disturbed, I have to say. It's beginning to settle down, but there's been some weird energy around, and we're not through it yet because we have a big conjunction coming up on the 20th of April. This really rocked her world. What was she expecting? What was she hoping for during this very traumatic time for Catherine and William and the children, let's not forget, and for the British people and the whole world? What was Megan hoping for? Queen of Swords in reverse. This is such a cruel card, the Queen of Swords in reverse. Upright, very intelligent woman, a woman who's gone through the fire and she's emerged tempered and hardened, steeled and strengthened, and not very emotional, but certainly knows her own mind and is able to speak it. In reverse, she turns into the bee with the itch. Very cruel, very savage, very vicious. I honestly think that she was hoping that people would turn against Catherine, or that at least Prince William had turned against her, or that Catherine had turned against him, and that there was a divorce. This is a divorce card. This card is a woman just turning ice cold and really nasty. I think she was hoping that people would think that something really terrible had happened. that she actually, at some level, this is my opinion, my speculation, Meghan actually believed it. That she's so sold on the notion of Prince William as a terrible, abusive man, that she has crossed from fantasy, from wishful thinking into reality, that this is her reality, this is her truth, which is truly terrifying. If you're dealing with someone like that in your very close proximity, in your family, and they actually believe this delusional level of thinking, it's very scary. That's a scary card for me. What's she going to do to get back on top, get back in power, to dominate the situation? She's there already. Our Queen of Wands wants to dominate the situation. Very clear with her black cat. What's she going to do, if anything? Ace of Cups. Ooh. There's going to be a big story coming. She's cooking it up. I have seen this card, this kind of energy. I've felt it. I've felt things like a miscarriage or a pregnancy, another one. Something like that. Oh, while all of this was going on, unbeknownst to you all, I was having a miscarriage and Harry was burying the little, I can't even, under a tree. Like the last ridiculous story that we had to suffer. In my opinion, a ridiculous story. Perhaps it was true. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. But for me, stretching credibility. Too much there. But we're going to get some sort of pity play. A great tale of woe, like we had on Oprah. I was going through those kinds of ideations. I wanted to off myself. Nobody listened. Nobody asked if I was okay. Only Has-Been. I don't know if Has-Been will be in this story. I just have to say, we are going to get a big story. Brace yourselves, because it is coming with that Ace of Cups. I think it's going to be completely over the top and unbelievable with that Ace of Cups. But it's going to be very dramatic, very attention-seeking, very emotional, to try and recover from this shocking moment that really has upset her terribly, didn't turn out the way she imagined it was going to turn out. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.